of the Mind Flayer.
Welcome to Theatre of the Mind Flayer, a D&D play podcast set in the homebrewed world of Jekyll. We've got 2 DMs for some reason, which can only mean twice the fun. So sit back, relax, and enjoy your time at Theatre of the Mind Flayer.
Whoa, 4,000 total downloads over all our podcast app? Jesus Christ, you guys are doing great. Listen to us all over, and we want to thank you for that. But you want to know what else you can do for us? As much as we love you guys listening, we'd love a review. So on whatever podcast app you're doing, give us 5 stars, give us a like, give us a little comment saying how much you love it. Bye.
Theatre of the Mind Flayer.
Heyo, welcome to Theatre of the Mind Flayer. Big poopies in my panties. Let's play the game. Let's play a game. Who shit themselves? Okay.
All right. Yeah.
It was me.
I'm Jacob Machin. That's Caleb Dowdall.
Hello.
I just found out that Caleb's allergic to the skin of peaches.
Help me. Please help me. These guys are trying to kill me.
This is the second time I have fed Caleb something he's allergic to without knowing it on a podcast.
Yeah.
What was the first one?
Almonds.
He brought these
Almond
protein bars. They're almonds, and we almonds in them, and we're eating them on mic. And I'm just like, is there like almonds in these? And he's like, yeah,
It's
why?
made of almonds.
It's like because my throat's closing up, so it's all good. I'm gonna survive.
Okay, I hope you do.
Maybe do you have any antihistamines in the house? If you did, maybe that wouldn't be. I wouldn't mind taking one of those if you did have one.
Yeah. I have one that is a cure for
Your vertigo.
vertigo. Yeah, I can give you one of those if you want.
We can do it. We can do it after the intro.
Okay,
But
cool.
yeah,
See
that
how it
might
works.
be a good.
You're listening to the dulcet tones of Hercules Maze.
Hello.
Michael Briganti.
Hi.
Luke Sykes.
Hello.
Danielle Butlin.
Hello.
Luke Sykes is way back on the couch. Mike pulled all the way over to him. Daelyn, he has well and truly claimed your spot.
Good life. Good life.
Yep.
It's a good
And I
life.
kicked off Hogan as well.
Oh,
Yeah, he's looking pretty salty. He is like facing away from us. He is back.
eyes open, pretending to be asleep.
Hogan.
Now, would he look more like a salty almond or more like a
Peach.
a salty beach?
I could eat a peach for hours. Name the movie.
I could eat a
Matrix.
peach for hours.
I could eat a peach for hours.
Is that what's it? Did
Sounds
I
like
just send you a
Phillips.
meme of that?
Did you?
Of old man, what's his face? Licking the wallpaper?
No, that's not. That's not
Okay.
schnozberries. Taste like schnozberries. No. That's Face Off. Nicolas Cage. When he's got the waitress, sorry, not the waitress, the flight attendant on his lap. He's trying to just tell her how
I could eat a peach for
Yes.
hours.
Yeah.
Delightful.
It's like, he is so good in that movie, and then Travolta does so well pretending to be him.
Yeah.
Face Off. Everyone watch it. It's
It's
brilliant.
a great movie.
Peak like action, 90s, 90s action. Caleb, do you have a trivia treat for us? Before your mouth
Bet
closes
I
up?
do. Yeah, let's get it in before I die. Welcome to this week's episode of Trivia Treats. What is the name of the city that is the self-proclaimed central hub of the D&D multiverse?
Baldur's Gate?
No, I kind of want to give it to you, but no. But I
Hey, that's not how the game works. It's not a
Some
it's not a
sort
piece
of-
of
That's your
Caleb
best
with
answer, Daniel.
Does it share the name with a damage type?
No, I don't believe it does.
Oh, that's not the Radiant Citadel.
No.
Was it
No,
on the
it is-
material plane?
No, it's not. It may or may not be appearing in a book releasing
really?
later this year.
Oh, I didn't know that.
City of Sigil.
It is the City of Sigil. Do you know what else it might be called?
City of Doors.
The City of Doors. Do you know why it's called the City of Doors?
Because it's got a shit ton of doors everywhere in the multiverse.
Got a lot of portals.
It has a shit ton of doors.
Yeah,
It's because it's on the inside of
They
like
have
a
a lot of
fucking
crafting
ring.
doors.
And it's
Do you know why it's on the inside of a ring?
design choice.
The ring
I
is
don't
actually
know.
cool. It's like a torus, so it's like one of those tubes. So there's technically no sky. So like the buildings like wrap around the inside of the torus of the tube.
Ah, right.
You can't teleport in or out. The only way to get in is through one of these
magic doors
magic doors. Yeah, City of Sigil, really cool.
appearing in Planescape. Gonna be
Oh yeah.
hopefully something.
I didn't. In my research, I didn't come across this. I obviously did a bad job.
Planescape. Yep.
Bonus points. Do you know who runs the City of Doors?
The Lady of Pain.
The Lady of Pain. Yeah. Oh my God, he's on it. All right.
He just answered all of those questions.
He answered all
Not
of
a
them.
single misfire on that.
Do I have any? I don't know if I have
Yeah, anything
other
else to add?
Extra. What plane is the City of Doors in?
There's two answers to this.
Okay.
It's either in the astral plane
No.
or it's on its own plane, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not in
Do
the
you know what it's
ethereal?
called? No.
No, it's on its own like demi-plane.
The dual plane.
No, it's in the Outlands, which is the very center of the Great Wheel. So it's essentially at the very like center of the multiverse. Essentially,
I mean,
that's why it's like
technically,
the
if you use the
central.
Great Wheel cosmology, the material plane is in the center.
The way the Outlands work is that like it's like this infinite space in the center.
It's the
so-
space between spaces.
Yeah,
between
exactly.
Spaces.
But that was this week's episode of Trivia Treats.
This is tasty. That crying guy?
Nice.
No, that's Homer Simpson
Is
saying
that
nerd.
that's not the crying guy?
You're talking about the guy that's like,
Yeah, like I love you, and then he's just
Yeah.
like, "Boo!" It sounded exactly
That was-
like it.
no, that
You're
was-
too young, Michael.
No, it's nerd. It sounds exactly like
Wait. Okay, Luke, keep that up for a second. We're going to find Guy crying, and we're going to play them and see if they're
compare
in the
side by
same.
side.
Yeah. Crying Guy.
I don't know how I know all that stuff.
Yeah,
I just
there's actually one more name for
Here we go.
for it if you know.
what's Sigil City Doors? I don't.
It's also known as the cage because it's so hard to get in, but it's also so hard.
It's actually pretty like.
It is pretty close.
Go. Wow. I'd say they're pretty much pretty close to the same note. Yeah. Well, there you go.
Although crying guy falters at the end, he does change his pitch.
Why don't we play an improv game? We're going to play the aforementioned "Don't touch me or I'll slap you." What's it called? Word tap in. This time we're going to have our good friend. Who went last time?
I did.
Me and Luke.
So this
were
time we have
slapping.
Hercules Mays and Danielle Butlin doing a
right.
scene together, and you tap your partner when you're looking for a key word.
Dick him with my ring.
Okay.
Oh, deck.
I said deck.
Caleb, can I get
What?
a?
Dick him with a ring? Yeah.
I mean, that's a
Yeah.
different activity.
You could dick him in the ring,
Oh,
On the ring,
all over the ring.
around the ring.
Ring rosies.
pocket full of posies.
Caleb, can I get a nursery rhyme from you?
Row your boat.
Excellent. Row your boat.
Okay.
And can I get an occupation? No, a relationship.
A customer.
A customer.
Is that right? You know
That's
what I mean?
perfect.
Like a customer.
Yeah, absolutely. Great
Relationship.
suggestion. We have rowboat. We have customer. Your scene starts now.
Why, good morning, madam.
Good morning.
What can I do for you today?
Well, I was hoping you could take me across the river.
Of course. Shouldn't be an issue for old
Jones.
Jones. That's my name.
Right. And so you're gonna
Touch the oars.
touch the oars.
Yeah, and move them in a sort of a circular motion in order to
Cry.
cry like a war cry my way across this river.
Right. And so how does the
Water.
water get impacted by your crying?
Well, I yell out my classic cry. And it fills me with such vigor, and the vibrations from my voice just
Sponge.
permeate the water like a sponge, and it just soaks it up, and it makes it easier for me to row across.
I see. Well, I was hoping you could take me to
Timbuktu.
Timbuktu.
Well, that's a mighty far away, but
Sure.
sure, why not?
I was going to say no, but that's not improv.
Great. And I can pay you with
Double.
double the usual amount of
Cheese sticks.
Yeah, it will have to be more than just a marbled cheddar. You might also need to get me like some Parmesan or
Dick.
or
So deadpan, so serious. You considered it for so long. I was like,
Yeah, I had other choices, but I settled on that one.
but sailor's life, and I could use a gentleman collar.
right.
See, it's a good pivot.
And I could find a gentleman caller
3
3 miles down the
chosen.
pathway.
Yeah, that would be great. About 3 miles down. Yeah, there's the old
Curtains.
the old cartons. It's a colloquialism for what you call a house of favors.
Right.
Down by the cartons. Gonna get a carton.
So do I need to find a
Simple.
simple gentleman before? Was that not?
We can stop on our way, but it doesn't necessarily have to be immediately. I can take you to your destination, maybe put in a good word, send a letter, something like that.
Right. Okay. Just direct them to
1846.
1846
Riverway.
Riverway. Right. Okay.
Yep, no problem.
And
Lover.
So stupid.
I'm giving gold here, in my opinion. Hurt can pivot.
It's payback for 2 bubbles. Yep, just send a lover on down my way, and it'll be fine. But we best get going.
right, I'm looking for some
Aromas.
and some
Tiny.
tiny.
Salmon.
Tap him until he just starts saying whole sentences.
Do it for me, please.
Lucas, just the same.
Do you have any recommendations for where I could find them?
Tiny salmon
And aromas.
and aromas. Well, tiny salmons can be found in the river if we do some classic fishing. The key for bait is just to
Shove.
I'm not gonna say it. Is to just shove a whole lot of bait on the end of your line and just hook it in there.
Great. And the aromas I'm looking for are
Distinctive.
distinctive. You might describe them as
Dick.
Fishy.
fishy.
Well, there's 2 ways to get fishy aromas down this river.
One.
One being leaving the fish out. The second being
Crying.
crying your way down to the cotton, and maybe you'll find yourself an individual that might be a little fishy smelling.
Right. Thank you.
Well, let's get rolling.
And that's how that game's played. Oh,
Hey, man, I don't think past the word. I just throw the word out there. What you do with the word is your decision.
Well, speaking of decisions, you guys have made some decisions, and let's live with them through some D&D.
Leader of the Mind Flare.
In our last session, you decided not to investigate the
I haven't
wooden
interrupted
vessel.
Caleb yet during these
Yeah, I
things.
was
I'm
literally
give it a
about
go.
to say the
Yeah.
same thing. Did you notice
so
that you didn't
polite.
we didn't fuck you up last time?
Joined club.
I was gonna say the exact same thing.
And we had a nice intro last time as well, and this one's already fucked. You decided to investigate not to see.
Why is it fucked?
See?
I like to think that the one last week was just because we didn't interrupt you.
Yeah.
I mean, the last episode?
Last episode, yeah.
I thought
said last
it
week
was
to
good. I thought it was
preserve the
more. I thought it was
illusion.
more succinct. But maybe it was just because I wasn't interrupted for myself.
Also, we really needed it.
That's true.
Go ahead, do your recap.
Okay, thank you. See, now I'm fucked. Now it's not going to be good. Now I'm going to
Now
trip
it's
over
gonna
my.
be us,
I'm going to
Caleb.
trip over my words. I'm not going to be able to
leader of the
speak.
Took the wind out of his sail.
You decided not to investigate the wooden vessel that you saw on the coast of Fiaine, and you continued to shore. Agenar communicated with Nesh, learning that she was still alive, albeit probably.
She's now Albie.
I'll be the magic dragon. There you go. The racist dragon. That was the racist dragon.
And you can interrupt yourself too, Caleb. See, it's not just us that has to interrupt you.
Badly burnt Albanian boy from the day before. What a fucking tune. Albeit probably in captivity, Agenar decided that she maybe didn't want to go and interrupt the mission that you guys were on and go save Nesh, but the rest of the party seemed to be supportive of the decision to go save her if that's what you guys decided to do. Before heading to shore, Etterath pulled one more card from the deck of many things, and just like Cotton Eye Joe, he got pulled into hell. There he encountered a devil whom he bargained with, promising him his soul when he died in return for a trip home. He did send him home, but not before marking Etterath's collarbone. Etterath then appeared back on the Twilight Jester and took the deck of many things from Kudina, while Force kept his finger in her eye. You arrived ashore and decided to head towards Etterath's old home, Gale Village, but not before Fibbers, who dropped you off, threw a small black sphere over to Force, which is where we're going to begin our session today.
As you make your way,
Downtown.
walking fast,
Faces past.
trees pass,
Oh.
and Etterath's homebound.
There's no Grandmother Willows?
Would you like to make a perception check for a Grandmother Willow?
Okay.
For someone who didn't want to roll, he's always the first one rolling.
That was the last
Force
section.
loves his questions, though.
Loves these questions, loves these rolling.
Yes, he does.
I was 17 and then that one.
Nat 1.
So 6 total.
Yeah, there is a tree. There is a California tree. There is a... sorry, that was Awesome Miles. You remember from the wine ad? Anyway. There is a tree that you see as you make your way into this dense rainforest. Sweat does start to pour from wherever you guys sweat from. Don't need to go into details.
Cloaca.
Back.
As... Pussy and crack. As the sweat drips down your
covers
body.
all of
Yeah,
that.
Yeah. It does, actually.
Yes.
My neck, my back, my cloaca.
Any parody musicians
it.
out there, please
That's
give us one of those.
Put a beat behind it.
Yeah.
As you make your way through the forest, through the rainforest, the overgrowth, the canopy above, creating this dim light with little streaks of sun coming through as you move ever so slightly in. The beach to the left of you still visible, but as you move along towards Gale Village, the beach slowly gives way to more rocky terrain to the edge there. As you make your way out there. That was rocky. As you make your way along Force, you swear that there is a tree that seems to have this crinkled old face in it. You can see what look to be the creases of eyebrows and a nose and a mouth.
Hello.
Yes.
Who are you talking to?
Okay.
But I noticed the tree as my
You make a perception check for me.
perception, my passive. No.
Yeah, it's just a tree.
It's just a tree. It's just fucking with them.
Hello, who?
Who are you talking to?
The tree.
Why?
Oh, I thought I saw a face in it.
Right.
You mean that one that just looks like a fucking tree?
Yeah. You see his eyebrows, like the creases there. And then you see that little owl hole. Oh, ooh, hello, owl. That's his mouth.
I mean, it might just be an actual owl hole.
It might be.
Do you want
never
to
know.
see inside it?
No.
That's how you get got.
It's kind of rude, isn't it?
I don't know.
How would you like it, sir, if you were sitting at home and some enormous giant poked their face in your front door?
I'd be pretty concerned.
Exactly. I stand by you on this one, Force.
Thank you.
And yes, it
Alton.
does look like a face. A little
Yes.
bit.
Yes.
So, Alpin.
And you never know on this land. There's magic everywhere.
What's that? Can we just sidebar here?
Of course, sir. You step aside with Sir Alpin.
I'm just
They're
joking.
doing our bit. You are?
Yes, I'm just joking.
Oh, shits and giggles. Oh, okay. Are we keeping up the ruse?
Yes.
Right.
Mama. Pointing finger wag.
Oh, hands up, pushing back a little
Discipline.
bit. Acquiescing. Very
I feel
sorry.
like they're not
apologetic.
actually saying words. I feel like their actions aren't actually matching their lip
they are
flaps.
saying words. That's right. I'm not quite sure what to make of it, but I think that's a conversation for later.
Right, we're ready to go.
Yes, I
Right.
apologize, sire. It won't happen
I'll
again.
give him a wink.
He gives you a wink, but his whole armor kind of goes clink.
Agnar's gonna wink at you as well.
Uh-oh. We've been made.
So Alpin looks at Agenar and winks, uncertain.
She nods back.
He nods back to you, turns to Etterath, nods.
Let's get going. But again, like, it's getting weird.
As you make your way through the forest there, in what way, in what manner, in what order are you heading through the forest here?
Guess I'm taking point.
Okay. Etterath on point.
I'd like to hang out in the middle.
Excellent.
Probably be at the back of the group.
At the back, Agenar at the back.
I'll be with you, sir.
Yes.
I'll be up with Etterath.
Excellent. Okay. As you make your way through, you've not been through this particular part, perhaps, or if you have, it's been a very, very long time. As you make through the incredibly overgrown terrain, very thick huge thick vines, enormous thick vines, big thick vines, they come across you and around, wrapping around trees. As you kind of push one aside, you can feel it move, and you feel the repercussions of pushing that vine far up in the tree there. There's a bit of like, and like as stuff falls. You've got to be very careful moving through here. As you move through, you are aware of every odd tree or so having little wooden pegs in it, as if to climb to the very top. Looking up through the canopy, it's still quite dark, but you do make out, as you move through, sporadic little huts, little tree houses that are built in there. And you can still hear the fluttering and the flapping of wings above the tree cover. And indeed, some very, very light bat-like winds that seem to move off into the forest. You hear enormous wings from above the canopy just moving past. How would you like to proceed?
I'm just gonna keep looking around behind us, checking.
Excellent. Give me a perception check as you stake out the rear. You guys at the front, are you guys doing anything to aid your way, to find your way, to make your way through?
I will shift for the next minute and try to get a direction by sniff.
Excellent.
Is it dark-ish under the canopy, or is it like relatively easy to see?
It is dim light. The light from the ocean is still, from the side there, is still seeping in, but you've moved in far enough to where the tree cover kind of dots back and forth, and the amount of overgrowth in the canopies there really, really blots out the sun.
11.
The heat builds in this rainforesty area, just like a stewing, like you're cooking in a stew of sweat and heat. With an 11, you gather that there's
Something smells good.
no one following along. Sorry, that was me.
Doesn't smell good anymore.
No one following along behind you.
16 perception for sniff.
Perception. Okay. As you sniff,
Sniff.
you gain an understanding that a scent that you recognize may have passed through or past here at some point, seemingly further in towards what you know to be the Great Lake. You gather you might be able to push in further and follow that scent more strongly, or keep making your way around to where you know to go.
Do I know what scent?
You can make a survival check for me.
5.
Someone you recognize, but not someone you're terribly familiar with.
Continue forward.
I want to keep my eyes on the treetops, or any like draping vines, just to make sure that there's no like creatures or anything. And I'll ask Sir Alpin to, sir, keep an eye out with me on the tree canopies for any snakes or.
Of course, I can do that. It's incredibly warm here. I'm wondering if I should have possibly worn my swimming costume rather than this heavy plate armor.
I think keep the armor for now. You never know when you might need it, but yes, it is.
All right.
I can cool you down if you'd like.
I would really appreciate it.
And I'll,
Do we have somewhere to put the armor?
I think he should probably keep it on. It takes a bit to take off.
Penance for my siding with force is what it is. And he winks at you.
Well, it can get a little bit dangerous when it's hot and it's humid. I
mean, if you wouldn't mind stopping for 10 minutes, I could walk around in my underwear. I'll be sure not to get any ticks or anything like that.
Keep it on for the moment.
I could keep you cool, and I'll press the digi a little bit of some AC just into his armor, cool down his body.
Oh my goodness! Oh, that's marvelous, sire. Thank you.
Right, just let me know whenever you need some, and I'll.
Of course. What were we looking at? Trees.
Just keep your eyes on the.
Of course.
Upstairs.
Roll perception with advantage for me.
19.
19. Okay. As you move through this area, you
what I'm about to do might help what you're about to say.
you don't know what I'm about to say.
I don't know what you're about to say, but if he's doing a perception on the treetops, what I want to do might help this.
Then speak the fuck up. Then
Well, I didn't want to interrupt anyone.
you can interrupt. I interrupt everyone.
Speak now or forever hold your peace.
Go for it.
I know I'm not talking to a tree, but just go with it. Anyone up there? We're just passing through. We're being chill. We're not trying to fight anything. We just don't want any trouble. Any information on the area would be great. I don't want to roll persuasion.
Yeah, roll persuasion.
Oh, it's a 18 and a 16? Or is that a 13? Wait.
16.
That's an 18 and a 16. So 16 plus 7 is 23.
23. As you call out over the forest here, calling up to the treetops, you notice a couple things at Azorith as you're kind of listening out. First thing you would hear is something nearby, not too far ahead of you, closer in towards the lake, that just kind of runs off.
Did it sound heavy?
It sounded four-legged. And as you look up...
What's so funny about four?
No, I just like it wasn't an answer to your question.
I mean, what four-legged animal is it?
It was a great diversion of answer.
As you look up to the treetops, you would see what appear to be almost limbs of the tree kind of moving up at the very top, near where those tree houses are. You would see them kind of moving along like enormous stick insects, kind of scuttling down the inside of the trees.
Like whisper up to Etterath. Etterath, are those things dangerous?
Are those things dangerous?
You can make a nature or survival check. It's up to you to see if you know what on earth they are.
I'll aid you.
I already had advantage, so it was a
Okay,
neutral
cool.
roll anyways.
Well, fuck my help then.
19.
How dare you?
19. As far as you know, these things are denizens of this forest, this rainforest. You would know them to be curious, but unless provoked, pretty calm, pretty tame. As they scuttle down the 100-foot trees.
Just don't panic. Don't make any loud, strenuously loud noises or unnecessary movements, but just trying to take a look.
What?
Shut up and don't do anything.
All right.
The twig-like figures that appear to be around 4 or so feet tall scuttle down the inside of the trees. And as they make their way down towards you, they kind of land on the ground. Some of them still hanging off the tree there. You would see that they have kind of cracks in them like owl holes, tiny owl holes, and you see like little glowing yellow Jawa-like eyes in them.
That could have been like the tree that I said hello to earlier.
Right?
We definitely did want to look into it.
That is a face.
As they crawl on down, they start to move towards you with their
Hello,
little
friends.
stick-like figures. They walk up to you, Force, and they start to kind of like poke you with twig-like appendages. Like they're just testing what you're...
That tickles. Stop it.
As they're kind of poking you and tickling you, one of them scuttles back up the tree and kind of gestures in a come this way movement. As it does, you see it circle around the tree, and as it circles around the tree, it takes one of its limbs and jams it into the tree, snaps it off, and another limb kind of bursts out like Piccolo. As it's making its way up the tree, you watch as a number of the other creatures follow and do the same, snapping off limbs and creating this very precarious, winding staircase around the outside of this enormous tree that leads up and to the top. As they make their way up, you're left with only 2 of them down here with you. And they're just kind of looking at you curiously. You only see these yellow eyes in darkness in their figure.
Well, we ignored one DM digression. Should we take this one?
Well, at least now that we're on Fiaine, we can. I think. We can do all the discussions.
It'd be rude. Be rude not to.
All right.
Etterath, you can definitely smell that trail goes on further. So this would be definitely a diversion for you.
It'd be rude. Let's go up.
Maybe we can get a view from.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
I mean-
taking us a little out of the way, but sure. Why not? Don't want to be rude.
So far, Fiana's pretty nice, I'd say.
We'll make friends, you know. Lots of boats can be made from them, apparently. They're happy to give up their limbs like that.
These stick bugs are going to help defeat me.
You know what'd be
You
great
never know.
is they like latch onto each other like
Become a
mechanic
mecha.
thing and mecha things, and then like they sail across the ocean, and then we will have an army that was boats, and now it's an army.
Doesn't
To be
it?
fair, we don't have a ship to leave Fiona, so it's not a
Force, the god of stick bugs.
I'll take it.
It's a good start.
Got to start somewhere.
Okay. So you want to
I'll lead
step
the
up
way.
this little. You lead the way. How much do you weigh?
300 pounds.
Okay.
Jeez.
As you step on the very first kind of twig, it under your weight.
Maybe I should go last.
Yeah, I'll go first.
Okay.
How high does the tree go up?
As far as you can tell, at least 100 feet.
Can you fly me up?
I could try. I mean, I'm not very. How heavy are you? Let me try. Well, let's see. And I'm gonna try to fly.
Excellent. Yeah, go ahead and make your wisdom save for me.
Now 20 for the fly for a total of 26.
Excellent. As you Agenar takes off, maybe being in her home country.
With the humidity, the
Maybe it's
denser
the
air.
humidity. The denser air. Yeah, exactly. She's able to take off into the air. What would you like to do, Agenar, as you take off into the air?
Try to pick up force.
Okay, that's going to be an athletics check, please.
Oh, yeah.
Would it help if I just go into my shell?
Does not change your weight, unfortunately.
That would be the time to roll it at 20. What is it? What is it? What is it? I'm way up here.
That is a 4 for a total of a 3.
Oh,
Okay. As you start to kind of grab onto Force's shell, Force, you can feel yourself kind of being beaten down by the wind and not being lifted at all, unfortunately.
Have I got the right? It's kind of hard to tell because you don't quite look like you. So have I got
If
the
I
right?
jump, will it help? And I'll jump.
You jump, Agenar, you kind of take off into the air a little bit, and
Oh, that
as
works.
he pulls down, you are like whiplash yanked down.
Oh,
Feathers
no.
kind of go up a little bit.
Oh,
I think no. Sorry.
okay. That's fine. You go up. I'll do my own thing.
Oh, you're not coming at all.
No, I'll come up. But if I fall, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Well, why don't I just fly next to you? And if you fall,
You fall with me.
well,
Emotional support as I hit the ground. Great.
right. Oh, you know, I can heal you right away.
Perfect.
Okay.
If you want, you can sit on my shoulder and we can go up.
Well, I don't want to. I don't want to add any, stress to them. The twigs. I'll just sort of.
You guys coming up or not?
Yes.
All right. Well, start to climb.
Excellent.
Anyone have levitate?
Not at the disposal.
As you make your way up this winding, enormous
That's
tree,
something that might help.
as you step up on these very precarious chunks of timber that creak under your every step, Force. You never know when this is going to give way. As you make your way up, you can see the strewn about vines that seem to tangle around many trees. Indeed, once you're about 50 or 60 feet up, there is a vine that seems to kind of cascade around the forest here that you gather you may be able to step on and walk across. Indeed, as you're looking, you would see tiny, tiny, tiny little, almost pygmy-like chipmunks that are just darting along, using
Really
it as
wanna
their
shoot
own, their own method of transport.
As we're walking, I'm going to pull out my immovable rod and have it ready to go.
Very nice. Immovable rod ready to go. As you're making your way up, these twigs kind of creak under you. You're heading up, you hit about the 100-foot mark, and there is thick growth in the tree line here. When you're up this high, you can see through the dappled tree line, and you can see that the tree continues up probably another 60 or so feet. Above this initial growth line, you see between it and the final tops of the trees what appear to be interconnected walkways and small wooden huts that seem to be hidden in this central area here. While you're up this high, those last two stick-like creatures that are following you kind of tilt their heads back and forth and scuttle up all the way.
Rapido.
As they scuttle up all the way, you, Agenar, would kind of look back down and see the 100-foot drop beneath you. You swear that there are shrubs and bushes that have moved since you've climbed up here. And as you kind of look way, way down, you see them moving imperceptibly towards the tree that you guys went up.
Ooh.
What? We're making. I can make. Go.
Are we stopping? What's going on?
No. It's.
Ooh, I don't like stopping up here.
No. Keep going. No. Who was I don't know. It looked a bit different down there.
All right. We're going up, so.
Right. No. I'm going to pop back down. You'll be fine, because if you fall, I'll be down there anyway. So I'll be right back, though. And I'm going to, fly down.
Excellent.
To take a closer look.
Beautiful. As you fly on down, you're taking a closer look at one of these bushes. How would you like to investigate?
Well, I want to fly down far enough that I can see things a bit clearer, but not so close as to sort of impinge on them to see if they'll keep moving.
Yeah, absolutely. You fly on down to a height that is close enough to be able to observe the area here. Roll a perception check for me.
That is a 22.
22. With a 22, these bushes and shrubs and chunks of growth do seem to be just sluggishly moving along. And it takes you a moment to notice that they're kind of following the track that you guys were leaving. They've been following very, very slowly.
I want to get a little bit closer to try and see whether they are actually shrubs or things hiding in shrubs.
How close are you wanting to get?
10 feet. I'm going to head pretty close.
Okay. Are you keeping yourself hidden, or are you trying to be as stealthy as possible
stealthy
as you fly
as possible, yeah.
Okay, roll a stealth check for me real quick.
Stealth plus 2, that's 15.
15, excellent. Okay. Yeah, as you fly closer to this thing with 10 feet to go, looking at it from here, make a real quick investigation check for me, or nature check.
Danielle's rolling hot.
Today.
The dice are hot.
Nature or investigation. Well, that's a 19 for an 18.
Excellent. With an 18, looking at this thing, it looks to be made entirely of flora. You don't detect that there's any other creature within it or around it. And as it moves kind of sluggishly in your direction, you do see a viney tendril of some sort that just kind of hits the ground and drags it a little bit forward. And the smell from it is starting to smell like rot.
Yeah. Getting the fuck out.
Okay, excellent. You flap out, you swoop up. As you swoop up with the force of your kind of wings, the wind that you blow down, this chunk of flora whips out a tendril towards you. But as you swoop out the way, it has nothing to grab onto. It seems to continue on with whatever scent you guys left behind towards the tree.
Yeah, I'm shooting up to the others.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, okay, up.
What?
Yes, yeah. I have a feeling there's a reason why the stick friends are not on the ground.
Because they look like sticks and belong in a tree.
No.
Sticks on wouldn't those be branches? Aren't sticks things fallen from a tree?
Is a stick not just a broken branch?
Yeah, but I think a branch becomes a broken branch and
right.
becomes a stick on the floor, right? I don't know.
Information.
Yes.
So there were bushes and they were moving, and they had sort of whippy things, and they smelt like rotting. So I think they might be plants that eat people.
Well, did you try doing anything about it, you cleric?
What do you mean?
Don't you have powers against rotting and dead things?
Oh, yes. No. I mean, they didn't. They were still plants, right? So I think alive. They just smelt like death, like if you leave, some food scraps somewhere, or you've probably been on like a sort of battlefield or something at some point.
Yeah, that stuff's usually dead.
Right, yes. So
that smell usually comes from dead things.
Right.
We do live in a world where dead can move.
Right. No, but the plants. Okay. Have you ever been close to someone or something that like eats that sort of thing?
Eats the carrion flesh of something dead.
Right. Yes.
Of like a vulture.
Right. Yes.
Yeah, I didn't have a distinctly smell of death, to be honest.
No, but like on the.
Right, I think
On the when
we continue
we
up the
get the
tree.
point, yeah.
Bad things down. Let's go up.
right. Yes. No, like
Excellent.
when they breathe. Like
I'm
like
climbing
the-
up. I'm starting to climb
I
up.
mean,
I'm
I got
already-
a beak, but I haven't ever made out with a vulture.
Come on, Sir Alvin, leave them to it.
I'm so incredibly
Doing well.
hot.
I'll like
And I can't-
AC him.
Oh, thank you. That's so much better. Makes his way up. As he makes his way up, you push your way through this undergrowth, and as you do, you come closer to these large, interconnected huts.
Can I as we're walking on, just make a nature check, see if I have heard of any carrion eating plants?
Yeah.
Correct. But that one's a 3, so it's not gonna be much worse than that. No. So 8.
With an 8, you're sure there are some. You don't remember encountering any here, but you're sure that there would be some. It's just not something that you remember encountering at this point.
Right.
Yeah. As you make your way up, you come closer to the more intentional footholds in these treetops. As you do, the air has more of a sweeter smell to it, and you start to see little chunks of what look like mushroom embedded in this the trunk of this particular tree. As you make your way up past them, the mushrooms seem to be hearty and full. More of a grey, browny color than anything else, bit of white. And as you make your way up towards these wooden huts, you would hear the sound of talons on timber, and you would hear wangs.
Oh,
Sounds like your people.
you're right. It sort of does.
Does this sort of look like a village your people would live in? Little huts.
Well, I hadn't left the temple before I came to Bokt, so I've never been in
Would you like one of us to lead the proceedings, or
No. I mean, it would make sense if yes, I can be an ambassador, I suppose, of our group.
go on then, give a shout.
Oh,
Hello.
I was getting to that. Hello.
As you say hello, from above you, out from many of these huts, a dozen or so beaked heads boop, 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 pop out from windows, tilt their heads back and forth, one eye, then the next. You hear one of them, looking particularly older, says, "Who goes there?"
Are they Aarakocra or are they?
They appear bird-like, yeah. You just see their heads for now.
Right.
Well, I'm Agenar. Your friends here,
And I'll point to the stick friendos.
Little Twiggies,
right?
nuisances.
Oh,
They keep bringing strangers up here.
Always strangers.
All right. Haitsu, just back off a second.
Okay.
You can take the Caleb out of the bird, but not the bird.
Yeah, exactly. We're just
it the
gonna be like,
opposite there?
it's just gonna be the captain and Fibbers
You can
again,
take
isn't
the
it?
bird away from Caleb. Take Caleb out of the bird.
That's exactly right. What's your business?
Oh, well, we followed the stick.
The Twiggies, yes,
Twiggies,
yes. What's your
right.
business? State your business. Are you looking for refuge? You're looking for food? Moving through.
I believe, Force, you were asking about information, right? So, the area.
Local people about.
Right. So we're new.
No.
Some dangers in the area.
Oh, right. Yes, we're new. We don't know the area, so we'd like if you could share some information.
Does anyone here know what they're here for?
We're heading
the-
to Gale Village.
Finally, a plain-speaking person. Get on up here. Quick, smart.
Yeah, go.
Okay, it's right.
Wait,
You just gotta speak more
I'm sorry.
confidence.
I couldn't think of the right words.
As you trot on up these steps, these more solid steps, you come to the base of one of these huts that seem to encircle the tree there. As you step up through the floor of it, you step into what looks to be a very modest, very small homestead with the tree moving up through the center. The tree in the center here seems to have certain parts of it carved out, as if it's been set up for some sort of shelving, some sort of centerpiece here. And as you look around, there are open windows in this small wooden hut. You see there's a very small, what looks to be a stove or fireplace that kind of pushes out, a chimney that pushes out through the tops of the timber there. And standing in front of you is a slightly portly, but definitely regal-looking Aarakocra. He seems to have what looks to be eagle-like qualities to him. He has this grey and brown to him. And as you step on, it's Luke. As you step on in, Soundman's going nuts.
I should have been in the metal
is that?
tray.
As you step on in, he regards you with hands on hips, kind of placed backwards there, wings draped down. And he says, well, get on in here, the lot of you. Don't be standing out there where you can get napped up by tree blights or corpse flowers or any of those nasty savages that come out here either after the Howling Ring or the ones that live up to the west there, northwest there. Northeast, sorry.
You got some information. You did great. We walk in. I walk in.
As you guys walk in, he regards the two of you and says, good to see country folk here. Good to see country folk here. How long's it been since you've been here?
This particular area, first time for the both of us.
Right. What brings you to this edge of Fiaine? Not regular for you guys to come through here.
No, we were out to Fiaine. We were
Oh, well, welcome back.
Oh, thank you.
I don't mean to pry, but you're marked, yeah?
Oh, right. Yes, of course.
Excellent. Where do you show him?
I believe it was from the previous episode that we talked about it on Agnar's
Not a tramp stamp.
forearm.
I was so tempted. I was
Just
so
above the butt.
Forearm.
Lower back.
Excellent. You show him the
When you
mark
bend over,
there.
you see it?
The mark there that's filled in, the shape that also has the ring in the center of it. It says, good. Very nice. Well met. What name do you go by?
I already introduced myself.
Oh,
I
did
think
you?
he's looking at you.
Oh, going after me. All right. I am Baron Von Boobles.
Right. You're a long way from the ground, Baron von Boogles.
Wow, you trust people way too easily. No, I'm Force.
Right. Well, Force Baron von Boogles, well met.
And
The
yours?
rest of you.
Where's your mark and who are you?
My name is Krevnar. Opens up a wing, and you see inside the wing on one of the feathers, you see the mark there and a circle in the center of it.
You hold on to that's hard to say. Propriety. Propriety quite far out of the what did you say earlier? Metropolitan area.
Well, it's a duty of every citizen of Fiaine to look after the center and look after the place here. We can't have runaways, stowaways, banished coming here and tainting the place. Speaking of, from where do you both hail?
I'm from, well, I've been coming from Bocht with these fine folks.
You don't look Bochtian.
Well, I'm originally from Severe.
You don't look Severian.
Yes, well, I'm sort of, it's a half thing, so.
Oh.
Yes.
Well, exotic.
From all over.
Exotic.
Yes. Actually, Fiaine is the one place I haven't been, so I'm excited to be here.
Well, welcome.
Just
welcome.
embracing all the culture and.
Very nice. And yourself, young man?
From Neodract.
Neodract. Oh, I hear things are going down there.
That's partially why I'm here, to get away from all that.
Right. You got a interesting voice about you.
I've yelled a lot in my youth to completely shredded my vocal cords.
Oh yeah, I take care of my voice. That's why I sound so
He's a
so
metalhead.
eloquent.
Yes, a phenomenal voice.
Well, welcome to Hawksworth.
Hawksworth.
Hawksworth, yes,
Lovely name.
our humble treetop village here. From here we have access to the skies. We can fly anywhere we want to, as long as it's not too far south. Don't want to head into the southern waters there. We want to stay where we can see our beautiful land here. I'm Krevnar. This is Haitsu.
Hello. Hi, Sue. Nice to meet you. And he does a very elegant bow.
Do you always speak in rhyme?
Of course I do, because I love it. So ask me questions, and then you will sit. What did I say? I'm very bad at rhymes.
He works a lot better when you give him a beat. Can someone drop him a beat? A little young Aarakocra kind of comes in and just goes.
Welcome to our village, and I hope you will stay. If you have anything, you should just say, because I can help. I can show you around. You'll have a great time. You'll found. Oh, that's past tense. I think I fucked up. Oh, just wait, because I'm going to fuck. Look in the ass, because I don't believe in it.
Okay. It gets a little bit. Gets a little bit.
Say
Calm down.
You'll
You see
find
he's-
yourself off the ground.
He's puffed up. His feathers have puffed up, and he's kind of freaking out a little bit. And Krevnar says, "All right, Haitsu. All right, Haitsu.
There was some
Calm
good
down.
stuff in
Calm
there.
down.
There was some good stuff
It
in
wasn't
there.
too bad. We should really work on it. There's a talent show that we have here.
I was going to say. I hope you can stay around for it.
Exactly. Yeah.
No. We got
How is it that we've sounded alike again?
I just follow your lead.
Oh, I wish you wouldn't. Apologies. We get a little excited here. It's not very often we get visitors that are originally from here. And considering that you're
did
friends of residence, we could show you a little bit more good faith than we would to normal strangers.
You did say you've been having quite a few visitors from Twiggies.
The Twiggies keep leading people in here. We usually
they're
kick
not
them out.
from here? You just said we're the first ones from here in a while.
Well, no, they're not from. Well, they're not accepted around here. The filthy. Well, I don't want to say it. The word itself is disgusting. The filthy lycanthropes. They keep getting led in here. You want to steer clear of those fuckers.
Savages.
Oh,
Lower question. Did I know that did we know that lycanthropes aren't from?
Yeah, your law package that you have says that lycanthropes are extremely unliked. Some of them aren't even animal people. Some of them are just humans and other people that have come over here to find salvation here in Fiaine.
Should
And
probably read that lore package.
yes, and none of the animal kingdom here likes them.
Great.
Filthy lycanthropes.
Yeah, they are gross, aren't they? And I spit on the floor near.
Hideous.
No, it's good to know you guys are on board with the with the bigotry.
So
Bigotry when it's necessary, of
when
course.
you bring them up, what you
So
do
Alpin
when the
just
Twiggies
spits.
bring them up? What you do with them?
Yes.
Oh, we drive them back down.
oh,
Yes. Yes.
right. I did notice some interesting plants.
Oh, the corpse flowers. Yeah, you want to steer clear of them.
Right.
They're quite nasty. There's also a number. The Twiggies are the nicest of the lot. You want to steer clear of the fauna, especially here in this particular jungle, so to
Oh.
speak. If you were to head further west, you'd get to where the Kenku live. It's much nicer there, but we've found it harsh below the tree line. That's why we stick to these upper levels here.
Right.
Here we mostly just get, the odd giant constrictor snake and the odd spider monkey and monkey spider. They're exactly what you're picturing, both of them.
I lean into Azorith and be like,
I just got my very vivid image.
Azorith?
Azorith. I lean fucking all your names are goddamn same.
Yeah.
I lean into Azorith and I'm like, see, I wasn't far off talking to that tree. Like, it could have very well started talking back to me.
Yes, and apparently you could
Eat me.
Yes, it's a good thing you didn't stick your head in the hole.
Yeah.
What do you think you can help us and show us the way to where are we going, Etterath?
No.
Where are you off to? I'm sure we can lead you anywhere you need to go.
We need to avoid that lycanthrope village. Can you tell us where to avoid specifically so we know to stay away? And
Well, if you let me know where you're heading, I can send you in the right direction.
I've got a keep that I just inherited. Out in the east.
Mazel tov.
We're trying to get there, but we
I'm a
came
Jewish
from
bird.
a boat, and this is why we're coming through
How
this
much
way.
Jewish
It's kind of new to us, and these of course we want to avoid those lycanthropes. So where specifically should we avoid?
Roll a persuasion or deception, depending on which you're leaning on there.
Didn't you just become proficient in that too?
No, I was always proficient in persuasion.
One of the cards?
Expert in history.
No, proficient in history, expert
For
in...
fuck's sake.
Yeah.
It's an 18 and then a 3. That's the two numbers I always roll. So a 10.
Tilts his head curiously in that way that birds do and says, I mean, if you're heading into Lorna Carth, you kind of might want to head around the outside to the Safari Trail.
No, we're not going to Lorna Carth. We're going, it's in the east, or the other side of the Great Lake.
Kind of trots towards you a little bit and turns his head back and forth and says,
I lift up my trunk.
yeah,
Flap
says,
my ears.
what are you led up to?
Trying to find my keep.
I don't know. You seem like you've got other things on your mind. I
We're
can tell
trying
you.
to save a friend of ours. Got kidnapped by a lycanthrope. We want to try to get there as soon as possible before anything bad happens.
Give me a deception roll. With disadvantage.
Yeah.
It's worth a shot. Always worth a shot. Dwarf.
Okay.
No.
For
Is it like so bad that we all hear how bad
it was
it
a
is?
1.
Here's what happened.
We're looking for a friend.
He starts to shift. I'm just so manly. Just couldn't get it to the tour.
As you say that, the Arakorka kind of puffs up a little bit and says, I can help you. I can show you the way. If you just kindly wait here, I'll get someone who can better direct you in the direction of your keep, of course. Before you can roll an insight check, but he takes off out one of the windows. Roll a real quick insight check for me.
Well, we're boned.
I panicked.
I'm still here. Everything I hear.
What'd you roll?
Natural 20.
And that one.
Okay.
Oh my god.
With a nat 1, whatever you think you saw in him is probably absolutely correct. You have no opinion one way or the other.
Right. Okay. We should go. I think we should go.
Why?
I think maybe he's going to go and get someone. He didn't look like. I don't think he's going to help us. No.
That's fine, but what is it going to
You
do?
didn't see anything.
I didn't see anything. No, siree. I'm just going to go and talk to Marie. She is my wife, and I haven't seen her in a while, so I should check on the kids. Bye, Fly. And he flies away.
You guys are alone in this wooden hut. It seems to have open windows. The ceiling is definitely closed over with a lot of crisscrossing undergrowth, ferns and things. And you see that there are wooden walkways that lead to kind of sloping wooden walkways that lead to sloping footbridges that kind of swing beneath dozens and dozens of these things that spider out from this point.
Can I peek out the window and see if there's like panic in the streets.
There's panic in the streets of Hawksworth.
Streets of Hawksworth. The Skyways.
That's a pull for you, 70s kids. Go ahead and roll a panic check.
A what check?
Panic check.
What is that?
Either perception or insight. You're either looking at things or trying to read body language.
Insight or perception?
Depending on what you're looking for. Yeah, you'll get certain information for each.
I will go with... That's an 18 for perception.
Okay. As you poke your head out the window, you notice a handful of things. As you poke your head out the window, you would see that he and Haitsu have kind of flown off in a similar direction, swooping around towards what looks to be a larger, more central hut further down the way. As they kind of swoop through, you would see that a number of other Aarakocra kind of head in that direction.
Away from us? Like
away from your hut. Some of them fly past your hut. As you put your head out, there's as wings fly past you and float towards this central, what looks to be like some sort of town hall. As you're poking your head out, you would also notice that a number of these Twiggies are just kind of swinging from tree to tree, climbing around. And you would also notice with that roll, in the distance, one of the trees seems to and move very, very far away, but you swear you see something almost 100 feet tall moving.
Would I notice if it's like a tree that's a part of the village or it's like past the village?
It looks to be a bit past the village. You don't see any timber or huts just falling.
Right. We should probably go. Everyone seems like they're all panic flying into a central hut. So they might be sending some people who...
Northeast.
We should head northeast. Well, we should probably head down first.
Right, but we have to be careful of the corpse flowers.
Yes, but I'd rather take on a undead bush. But they just seemed like... I don't think they were convinced that Etterath is a fucking changed whatever lycanthrope, right? Sorta. I think they might have noticed.
What? How? Why?
Well, they seemed very rubbed the wrong way, and after Etterath
he
spoke,
rubs
they
a lot
left.
of people the wrong way.
I have that effect on people.
All right, if you guys want to stay, these are not my
We can go if you
peoples,
want,
but
I don't know why we're running. Like, all we had was a conversation, and we just...
Well, they said they were going to go and get someone to show us the way, but I don't think they're getting someone to show us the way.
I'd just rather avoid a confrontation if it can be helped, as opposed to staying and then potentially having to fight our way out.
I know you seemed a little
lead on
spooked.
I mean, not all Aarakocras are quite as, peaceful as me.
That's fine, but I just don't think that someone's first reaction to a group of people showing up and being like, oh, hello, they're going to try and kill us.
Well, if it's part of your group is a lycanthrope when they just specifically said that they hate lycanthropes.
How would they assume?
Sir, you put the emphasis on the wrong syllable.
Lycanthrope?
Lycanthrope.
Is it lycanthrope?
Lycanthrope.
Lycanthrope.
No,
Lycanthrope.
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 Close.
Lycanthrope.
He's hopeless.
Sorry, is that offensive?
Let's get moving.
I'm going to start climbing down.
Why would they assume that one of us is a lycanthrope?
Well,
Because
that's
one
a
is...
good point.
Did they assume that you're a master assassin wizard because you're from Severe?
I'm not a master assassin wizard.
The little Aarakocra that was beatboxing is just looking up at you. He's almost like a tiny little owl. He's an owlin, actually. He's not an Aarakocra. He's an owl. He's
Are you?
I just beatbox.
Hey, you want something to tell your friends?
Sure.
I'll drop to a turtle.
Oh, wow.
And then I'll go back to an elephant.
Can anyone else do that?
I use my necklace to change into Leonin.
Oh, cool.
And then back into Etterath. And
Now
then
you try it.
It's already take some practice.
Okay.
Yeah, go tell your friends, have some fun.
Well, we
Right, if
also
we're
did,
staying, then we're staying. But I'm just...
but we did just say that Etterath is a lycanthrope.
Yeah, so we should probably get going now.
A friend there, and
Oh yeah, lead on. I'll take the rear.
I think we should just at least try to head closer to where we gotta go.
Yeah, still on the bridge.
I got 100 feet of rope.
We can just drop down if need be.
Right, so keep up here and then go down.
Yeah, at this point, you're probably 130, 160 feet in the air.
That's
somewhere
right.
around there. Yeah.
60-foot drop, we can survive that.
I'm just saying they don't like the ground, and if we're staying up in the air...
we don't like the ground either.
Well, I think I take an undead bush over an entire village of Aarakocra.
That's why we're leaving the village.
Right.
Okay. How are you guys leaving the village? What would you like to do?
Oh, I have a question.
Yeah.
Damn it, never mind. The question's already answered.
Okay.
What was the question?
No, it's fine. It's because that looks a stupid question. Who wants to lead the way? You can fly. You lead the way.
Oh, okay.
You can see the best paths from the sky.
Right, good point.
Okay.
Gonna take off again? Or do I still get my
You're going to have to be
previous
decision making.
roll?
Yeah, I'm going to get you to make another roll because it is a stressful situation.
And
That's
before we start heading out, I'd like to prep a rope.
Okay, yeah. What are you doing to prep that rope?
I'm going to tie my 2 50-foot bits together,
Uh-huh.
and then I'm going to have one end sort of be ready in a quick, just like
A lasso.
sort of around the, like, if I need to
Wrap
just
around
like,
tree.
Yeah, wrap around a
We'll
tree.
see how that goes. But yeah, absolutely. The knotting between the two ropes
how that
is
goes.
absolutely solid being a sailor. Agnar.
That is a 16. No,
Excellent.
yes.
Don't forget
Let
you're
me
adding
double
your
check.
paladin bonuses as well.
16.
Oh, you get a +4
Oh.
from me.
2 saving throws, yeah. So 6
So that's
plus 6.
plus
22.
6, so that's a 22.
Beautiful. You're in your element here. You take off out the windows. You take off out the window. You can see that that thin layer of brush that's kind of hanging amidst all the vines and stuff that's around 20 or so feet below you, giving you a false floor. As you look up, you can see 30 or 40 feet above you, the ceiling, the canopies there, little bits of sun peeking through. And as you take off out, heading out further down towards like the northeastern area, you can see that there are bridges and walkways that lead out that way past numerous other huts. The town hall hut further in towards the center of Fiaine. And as you look, you would see maybe a dozen Aarakocras just kind of bobbing their heads up and down through the windows in the town hall, and you'd see kind of flapping of wings.
Can I see what they're
Discussing what they're going
saying?
to do with us.
Roll a perception check for me.
Ooh, that's an 18.
Okay, are you heading out that way towards them, or are you heading out? Like, what are you doing as you kind of loop? Are you looping around the hut? What are you doing in the air here to help these guys?
I'm just wanting to sort of swing a little bit closer-ish to see if I can read their beaks,
Okay.
and then swing back around to let the others know there's pathways.
As you're reading their beaks, you can see that they're saying, "We need to alert someone. They don't seem trustworthy.
I was in the room and they lied. They were
Better,
telling fibs, or at least they tried.
better safe than sorry when it comes to the council." You would also see one of them, their beak and their tongue clicking, and you would see the lips of Haitsu saying,
Send the message quick, or else we'll fail. We don't want to be in trouble. Then we'll bail on the whole plan, and then it will suck because everyone knows that we don't eat ducks.
Great. Oh, beautiful. So with that, I'm going to circle back.
Right, yes, it's pathways. I'll just fly slightly ahead so you can see which way to go. But yes, they're definitely not going to help us. They want to alert someone, council, maybe. Don't trust us. Yes.
Oh, fabulous.
Right, yes. So, this way.
okay. Agnar, are you flying or ahead of them?
Flying.
And your fly
yeah,
speed is?
just a little bit ahead of them, like maintaining pace, not going my full speed.
The rest of you, are you running out, heading along the walkway? Excellent.
I'm going to grab Etterath's rope as he's running out the door.
Okay.
Like, this, I think, is better suited to you, and I'll give you the pistol. Could be fun shooting some chicken.
Thank you.
Don't mention it.
A holster that you realize he'd had on him the whole time.
It's where my rapier and dagger used to
Oh, Jesus, that's right.
An empty
Go ahead and
shell.
add I believe it's a +1 pistol. +2 pistol. I can't remember.
pistol.
+1 pistol, but add the Exandrian pistol because it has that properties. So +1 pistol for the rolls, Exandrian pistol for the misfire, and the explosive shot rules.
Is it like a flintlock?
It is a 6-shooter.
Ooh.
And just was there only 6 bullets in it, or did I get bullets as well?
As far as you, that's a very good question. I'm going to say you got like another clip.
Cool.
Yeah, so you've got essentially 5 bullets left in it, and then you've got one of those Smith & Wesson quick loader,
Right,
little, cap gun sort of things.
Right.
So you've got essentially...
On good behavior, you get the rest of these.
Do you have a pistol with 5 shots in it?
5 shots, 6 more there, and you're able to get more and play with more.
I only need that much.
Jesus Christ, what have we started? Excellent. As you run along this walkway here, it kind of swings a little bit as you're running along. You see these little Twiggies are kind of dancing along the vines next to you, the very thick-looking vines, as they scuttle along, almost tempting you to jump on the vines as well.
Oh, Twiggies! Twiggies! As I'm running, Twiggies!
They're just darting along, kind of looking at you with yellow eyes, blank yellow eyes, and then...
In the council room. They told me they wanted you in the council room. They got some food for you.
They don't seem to completely understand what you're saying.
I start eating like
As you're running along, as you're going, one of them kind of shrugs away from you, like you're kind of making teeth gestures with your Loxodon face. As you look back at the council room, you would see Krevnar flying back to your hut there. Agenar, you see him saying something along the lines of, well, it'll just be a moment and we'll... And as he flies in there, you lose sight of him. There is a moment and you hear him go, and you watch as Aarakocra start flying out from the council hut, and that is where we're going to leave.
Oh.
Theater of the Mind Flare.
Thanks for listening to Theatre of the Mind Flayer. We go live on all good podcast apps every Tuesday. If you like what you heard, leave us a review on whatever podcast app you're listening to. If you didn't like it, well, stiff shit, you already listened to it. Reach out to us on Twitter at mindflayer_pod and on Instagram at Theatre of the Mind Flayer. Thanks, babies.